Good afternoon. This is Dale Snyder with the Snyder Group at Keller Williams Realty here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Today's topic of discussion is what the world's going on with the Las Vegas housing market. Have you been catching some of the subject lines or some of the articles in the newspaper? I'm a real estate professional, been doing this for about 8 years full time, and after reading some of these articles, I get confused. Can't imagine how the consumers feel. So let's dive in. Let's talk about what's going on in the housing market. All right, so this is going to be Dale's Pulse on the Las Vegas housing market for February 2013. Okay, so here's some of the recent headlines. Las Vegas home prices up 27%. Nevada leads U.S. in spiking home prices. Nevada's second highest foreclosure rate for the 4th consecutive month. That kind of confuses me, right? We're prices up 27%. We're the highest spiking values, but yet we're leading the nation in foreclosures. Again. Home sales down 22%. I'm getting confused, are you? All right, so what I want to go over is just some of the trends in the market, some of the data, and then give you my take on it. And some of our experience and what we're having in different sectors of the market, whether you are looking at selling, buying, investing, or just trying to figure out what you should do in the current market. Let's talk about the inventory. Everybody knows it's down, right? Inventory's just fallen off of a cliff. So right now we only have about 3,200 and some odd homes on the market for sale. And we have about 11,000 in contract. Of that, over 8,000 of those properties are short sales. If you're a buyer or if you're considering selling and you're going online trying to figure out what's for sale, what's in contract, it gets confusing, right? Because these homes have been in escrow for 6-7 months, falling in and out because they're short sales. It just can get very confusing. Let's another statistic here, because this is going to tie into the quote-unquote shadow inventory. So we had about 32,000 homes sale last year. We have approximately 60,000 distressed properties left. I mean, I'm hearing 50,000 to 100,000. I was hearing about 100,000 a year ago with our absorption rate. I think we're in the 60,000-ish range right now. We currently have about a 1-month supply of inventory. A 5-month supply if you factor in all the homes in contract, saying, hey, those ones aren't really sold yet. A healthy market is about 5 to 6 months of inventory on the market for sale. In addition to that, we're starting to see notice of defaults come back into our market. That AB 284 law that went into effect last October, basically putting a bottleneck on the foreclosure process. And supposedly the banks weren't going to foreclose because of this law. Well, now all they have to do is fill out this affidavit and they can file their notice of defaults and start foreclosing again. So we had about 450 notice of defaults filed. So what does that mean? We're going to start seeing more short sales and foreclosures come back onto the market. In addition to that, 56% of the buyers right now are paying cash. So if you're a first-time home buyer or you're putting very little money down, it's a very challenging marketplace you're in right now to try to get your offers accepted. So let me give you a little bit of a summary and my pulse on things here. So inventory's way down, prices are going up drastically, and looks like we're going to have more homes coming on the market. For how many years now we've been hearing about the shadow inventory and the banks are going to unload the properties? That's simply not going to happen. They're going to slowly trickle them out like they have been, and Fannie Mae they're actually driving the market up because they're countering at about 20% above fair market on a lot of their short sales and bank-owned homes. Here's my pulse on things. We're going to see the inventory increase a little bit, thankfully. It's going to be mostly short sales, like we have seen, because the government and the banks are pushing for short sales. And now that the notice of defaults are actually being filed, all of these people sitting in their homes not making payments are going to have incentives to short sale because of the cash being offered and the fact that their home's going to be foreclosing. We are coming into our busier buy season, so we're going to see a big spike in the amount of buyers. So the timing of these properties coming onto the market is actually playing well with our current market. Las Vegas is a hot market for investors, lots of hedge funds here as well. So my true belief on it is this 60,000 or so properties still to come on the market. It's going to take us about 18 to 24 months to get through this supply of inventory. It's not going to make the prices tank. We could see the, slip about 5-10%, go back up about 5-10%, like we've seen over the last few years. In 2011, prices went down 10%. As a whole, they went up 10% in 2012. In summary to this, if you're looking to sell and you have a little bit of equity in your home and you either want to move up or move down, we can help you with that. We've been doing this multiple times per month. Buyers are willing to waive appraisal or pay above appraised value. Prices may slip this summer. It's hard to say. Anybody that tells you otherwise, how do they know? With the government controlling everything, we really don't know what exactly is going to happen with the pricing. But if it does slip a little bit and you're at a place where you may be able to sell right now, I wouldn't hold out and wait for prices to come up more because they could flatten or slip a little bit. If you're an investor, I'll be honest with you, you waited too long. We can still get you the deals, but you should have been buying year and a half ago. But if you're serious about investing in our market, we still have strategies to get you the right properties. If you're looking at buying and holding, we can still get you about a 5 to 10% return on your money. If you're looking to flip, those opportunities are still out there because the inventory is low. But you may want to look at the strategy of looking at buying and holding, putting a tenant in place, and then flipping down the road when the inventory shrinks again, which I suspect will happen in the coming future. If you're looking at short selling or considering a short sale, this is definitely the year to do it. If you're upside down 20, 30, 40%, it makes the most sense to unload the property still. If you look at the numbers, that's the best option. I know some of you might be having an emotional attachment to your home yet, and that's okay. But if you're going to peel back the onion a bit and get to the business side of it, short sale still is the most logical thing. The tax credit has been extended, so you'll have no tax liability. There's that co-op short sale program to where you're guaranteed the release of liability. So there's a lot of incentives to short sale. So this is definitely the year to do it. If you're trying to do a loan modification, there's been a new program introduced with $1.7 million strictly for Nevada to help with people trying to do loan modifications. So I know I rattled off a lot of stuff here, but I wanted to try to give you a quick pulse. I'm sure a lot of you have been reading this stuff in the paper and wondering, what's going on here. So just wanted to put it all out there, and I'd love to have a more informed, educated conversation with you one-on-one if you'd like to. All right, I hope this information was of value to you. I tried to cover a good pulse of what's going on in our current market. So whether you're considering selling, short selling, investing, or buying, I urge you to reach out to me because it really depends on what your specific situation is on whether you should act now or wait. You can like the video, make a comment below, share it with a friend if you found value in it, or reach out to me at info@dalesnyder.net. This is once again Dale Snyder with the Snyder Group at Keller Williams Realty. Have an awesome day.